Going ahead of the meeting of Sligo Rovers and Shamrock Rovers facing each other for the first time in the final since 1978.
Hopefully it's a great game, first of all. I think you have two very good teams that have made it through to the final. Both teams have had obviously very good league campaigns as well, so it's set up nicely. I think with the Aviva obviously as the venue, and I think Sligo will bring a huge support, as will we, and set up for a nice occasion.
We will hurt bad if we get beat, because I think with pain, time heals pain, whether it's football pain or other pain. But I think sometimes with time, it just dilutes the memory, you know, but we won't think about that until possibly 5:30 on Sunday night.
The pressure's probably off in a sense that, you know, it was a huge achievement to win the league. And there has been a lot of focus on, you know, the last few games of the league. I think people should focus maybe earlier in the season where we had a 17-match unbeaten run. We had a third quarter where we won 8 games and drew 1, while we played 4 European games in that period as well. I don't think the players got the credit they deserve in that period. You know, there's been too much focus on what's happened at the tail end of the season. You know, and as Pat Fenlon said, the best team wins the league, and when you look at the league table, we're sitting on top of the league.
To lose Richie is a massive blow, and it would be a massive blow to anyone. With Matthew Blinkhorn again, you know, we have what I call a model pro. You know, the lad comes in, he conducts himself terrifically well, he trains well, he plays up front by himself, and he leads the line properly, you know, and the two massive players for us. Unfortunately, we haven't got them. I think you can mourn them for a bit, and I think the lads would agree with me now. There's a time to draw a line under that. We have to prepare the squad to go and win the cup. We don't prepare the squad to make excuses.
As a player, you always want to go out on a high, and as a young lad, you always want to win trophies and play in cup finals, and I've been fortunate enough to play in them and win a few of them as well, so to end it all in a cup final is nice. I've said it many times now, I wouldn't change anything. I came back from Man U in '97 and I haven't looked back since that. You know, obviously coming back to Ireland at the time was, you know, a step down, but while I've been here, as I said, I've won trophies, and you know, and that's what you, as I said, I want to do as a player. And you know, to get the opportunity to play with some great players and great teams, and to win the trophies as well as that is fantastic for me, and it's great fitting for an end for me.
I'm very happy to be in this club. I'm very happy to play with those players, you know, and the staff was great because Paul allowed us to play with that freedom. It's not so easy in the league at Ireland because, you know, every manager wants to win, and sometimes they are more scared to lose than winning. That means the players are not free to play like they really want.
We've found them difficult this year, you know. The games that we played against, we haven't been much in it, you know, but you know, they're a good football side as well, and they're like ourselves, so you know, should be good and interesting game football.
It's the same philosophy, you know. They want to win. They want to win. That is the fans demand to win trophies, you know. And it's a good team. I think Michael have done a very good job there. And someone I'm really fan of is Trevor, assistant manager. He's amazing. I worked with him, and in some parts, it's amazing.
It's been a while since Rovers won it, but they went a couple of years winning on the trot, you know. But it's been a while since we won the league, and we've done that this year. And hopefully, you know, the way things have gone this season, there's no reason why we can't go on and win it. You know, again, as I said, it's a passionate thing for the clubs and the fans. I think they deserve it more than anything, especially after the last couple of years, what they've gone through, and to, you know, win the league and have the cup final to look forward to now is great for them.
Well, Desi Baker said he wouldn't change anything since he came back from Manchester United. Maybe that hairstyle he had when he was at Shelbourne. But what a day to look forward to on Sunday night.
Oh, it's brilliant, Con. And listening to Paul Cook there, it's brilliant the way he says, look, just bury it now with Blinkhorn and Richie Ryan. And then listening to Michael about, you know, comments about the league championship. People spoke about the end of the league because it was the end of the league, but now it's finished. People remember the 7-game unbeaten run. That's what won them the championship in the end. But you have two managers going into a cup final with no pressure. Obviously they want to win. They've self-imposed pressure that they want to get another trophy. They've got one each, a league cup and a league title. There's going to be a fantastic crowd, two fantastic footballing sides, and Joseph Van Doe for me epitomises what Sligo Rovers are and what Paul Cook is. the way he allows these players to play with freedom and express themselves, and that's shone through in the performances this season. And as I've been, singing their praises for many weeks now, I hope that the occasion, minus Richie, minus Blinkhorn, doesn't take anything away from that mentality to go out and entertain and win in style.
Yeah, Sean, from the player's point of view though, going into a big game like this, there is always the chance, especially in somewhere like the Aviva, big crowd, that the occasion might actually get to them, I suppose.
Possibly so, but I think Paul and Michael are going to be like sitting their players down, and like a lot of players have been in that position before. Sligo got there last year; they know what the experience is like. A lot of players like Desi, for example, has played in cup finals, so he'll know exactly what it's like. And lads who haven't been there before, he'll be able to pass on the experience. But it's I think that you go out and you don't let the occasion pass you by. You enjoy every minute of it, because there's plenty of players who've played in the league and never got to a cup final. Sligo Rovers players have been very lucky because they've got to one this season, and they've also been on the losing side last year. But I think they just take it in and enjoy it and go out and play with the freedom that they have been.
Colin, briefly, how do you see it going?
Well, if you're going down to form, you'd have to probably pick Sligo. I mean, Shamrock Rovers, as Michael was saying there, had a great run in the middle of the season where they went on a long unbeaten run, but that stopped at the end of the season. So if you're looking at form, Sligo would be favourites, and in my eyes, I'd have to give them the nod.
Okay, we shall see. Now, before we go, we've the winner of the MNS and